Hello, anyone not still living in the 1970s? We interrupt your day to bring you this announcement. Husker Ninja is in the building. Alright, guys. We are here today with episode number 1 of the Akron Zips Dynasty here on NCAA 14. And today we get this dynasty kicked off with the season 1 opener at home against the Arkansas State Red Wolves. And you know what? We're going to see what this squad can do here in the season opener. They've gone 1-11 each of the last 3 seasons. At least in the game they have. I know in real life they haven't, but okay. So they're coming off 3 straight 1-11 seasons, and we'll see if they can match their win total here in the opener against Arkansas State. So hello everyone, welcome to InfoCision Stadium here in Akron, Ohio. And we're ready to kick off the season here as Arkansas State's going to actually win the toss, or Akron would win the toss. They like to kick. And Arkansas State goes 3-0 on their opening drive. A nice return there by Quadrarius Smith. And yes, there it is. Head coach Arthur Irby, the Heisman winner, national champion at Nebraska City, is taking over. It's his first game as the head man of the Zips. And on a 4th and 5, going to roll the dice a little bit. And the pass will be caught by Nate Stewart for 14 and a first down. They're on its 3rd and 2. They're in the red zone down at about the Arkansas State 14. They're on the screen. That's picked off. Cato Nelson is intercepted. And Williams going to try and chase him down. Finally do so at about the 43 of Akron. So a big return there on the interception. And the first big mistake of the game belongs to Cato Nelson. Right there, Jonathan Adams Jr. will pick up 17. Later on, it's 2nd and 10. Clack trying to roll out. He's going to be hit and dropped for a loss of 2. A big sack there by Brian Bell to set up 3rd and 12. Later on 4th and 12, deciding they're not in field goal range and going for it. Clack hit and dropped. He's going to be sacked. And that'll be a turnover on downs. But that was Ward who came up with the sack. And the Akron defense comes up with a big turnover on downs. However, the offense was able to do nothing, and so the ensuing Arkansas State possession will end there, as that screenplay is going to be blown up for a loss of 3. Really, they had no chance of success there on that play. Read perfectly right there. And so Arkansas State will punt. The teams have been trading turnovers and punts so far. But Van Edwards Jr. going to rip off a 17-yard run right there. He's got 4 carries for 27 yards. And they'll go back to Edwards Jr. on 2nd and 10, and they'll get 15 more. Edwards Jr. starting to get some momentum going on the ground. We're down to a minute to go, first quarter, in a scoreless ball game. Nelson back to pass, has a man wide open. It's Williams. And Newman Williams going to rumble into the end zone from 26 yards out. The tight end Williams will open the scoring for Akron in the Arthur Irby era, and they lead at 7-0 against the Red Wolves of Arkansas State. All right there, Kirk Merritt will have enough for the first down on the screenplay. On first down, they'll throw to Isaac. Isaac going to shed off one tackle, and Javonis Isaac will pick up 18 and a first down. Clack to give to Murray, who's blown up immediately. Marcel Murray had nowhere to go, and that's Brian Bell coming up to make the play. And that would take us to the end of the first quarter. Akron leads it 7-0 over Arkansas State through 1. And it's a first down here, about 2 minutes into the second quarter here for Arkansas State. They're going to attempt to try and tie this game up. There's Josh Ward again. He's having himself a big game. 3 tackles for loss already. And we're not even halfway through the second quarter. As Akron back on offense will give to Edwards Jr., who has 11. Now they'll go read option. Cato Nelson, a big hole, and he's going to stumble and flip and twist inside the 20. 7 carries, 35 yards for Cato Nelson. The redshirt sophomore has had an okay game to this point. A turnover or an interception and a passing touchdown, and doing okay in the ground game. Right there, they'll give to Edwards Jr. Edwards Jr. will slip a tackle. He'll pick up 12 more. Van Edwards Jr. 8 carries, 72 yards, averaging 9 yards a carry. And on second and goal, they'll give it to Edwards. And Van Edwards Jr. into the end zone for the first time this season. The senior put in a lot of work right there on the ground for him that drive, and he finishes it off in the end zone. And now the lead is 14-0 for Akron. And Arkansas State would be unable to score, and Akron with the ball back, that's going to be picked off. Nelson throws his second pick of the day, and Arkansas State in great field position. 3rd and inches, though, they're not going to convert. Colton Clack stood up and met on 3rd and inches, sets up a 4th and 4. Arkansas State would settle for 3. The field goal is good, and with 40 seconds left, it's an 11-point game. They're going to take a shot deep, now will Akron, and that'll be picked off by Edmonds. The 3rd interception of this first half for Cato Nelson. And Arkansas State, now in Akron territory, got a chance to maybe try and score before halftime, but Clack will be sacked right there. And that would take us to the locker room. Akron leads Arkansas State 14-3, but 3 first half interceptions are keeping the Red Wolves in it. And Arkansas State on their first drive of the second half after Akron went 3 and out. They're moving the ball again, but down goes Clack for a loss of 10. That'll be Josh Ward again. He's got 5 tackles, but they've all been for loss. And Ward's also got 2 sacks, and that's a big-time loss right there. And it would ultimately stall out the drive. So Akron going to give it to Edwards Jr., who keeps shedding off defenders and forcing 2nd, 3rd, even 4th contact. He's up to 11 carries, 86 yards on the day. Also has a score. And on a 3rd and 4, that'll be caught by Quadarius Smith on the slant. And that'll be enough to move the chains. And later on, 4th and 5, Akron's got to settle for the field goal. And the kick is through the uprights. So minute 43 left, 3rd quarter. It's a 14-point ball game. Green will take it from his own end zone for Arkansas State on the kickoff. And Green's still not down. He's going to get through the Akron special teams unit and take this one to the end zone. Dahu Green in a 102-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Just like that, Arkansas State's cut it to a 7-point ball game. Akron looking to answer now. Cato Nelson keeping himself on the read option. He's got 12 and a first down right there. Move those chains for the Zips. And Akron going to be looking to add on to this lead and take the momentum back after Green's big kickoff return. And Edwards Jr. up the middle for 11 more. He's got 15 carries, already over 100 yards on the day, and we're still in the 3rd quarter. Nelson back to pass, has a man open. It was Nate Stewart underneath. And Stewart's got 14 yards over the middle and another first down. He's got 4 catches, 41 yards so far today. They're on 2nd and 10. Going up, finds a man with the open hole in the zone. That's Andre Williams for a gain of 16. And you can see right there, he just did a nice job to find a soft spot in the zone. And Cato Nelson did a good job to find him and throw it up to where only he could get it. Big time way to move those chains there for this Akron offense. And that will take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. 1 to go here in the debut for Arthur Irby here in Akron. And the Zips with a 17-10 lead over Arkansas State. First down as we begin the 4th quarter. Nelson throws, end zone, caught! Nate Stewart gets the touchdown grab. And that will make it a 24-10 game pending the extra point. But really, there was some nice touch on that pass there for Cato Nelson. You can see there were defenders in the area, but Nelson showed nice touch to lob that one over their heads to where only Nate Williams could get it. And that's how Akron extends its lead. And on 3rd down, Clack blown up in the backfield by Alvin Davis. This Akron defense will force yet another punt. And now Akron looking to chew clock and win the opener here, as Cato Nelson will keep that one on the read option for 17. First down into Arkansas State territory. Now on 2nd and 7, Edwards Jr. goes up the middle. And Van Edwards Jr. has 15 yards, another first down. And on 2nd and goal here, down to 2 minutes to go, throwing slant, caught by Quadarius Smith. And Smith has another touchdown, and that should be the dagger here, as Akron is now up 31-10 with 1:56 left. Back to pass. That's picked off by Jacobs. Jacobs with the interception of Colton Clack. And that will just about put the ribbon on this ball game. Akron is going to win the opener, and they're going to win the debut of head coach Arthur Irby. And they've already matched their win total of each of the last 3 seasons, 1 game into it. As later on, to cap off the game and the scoring, Van Edwards Jr. would rumble in for 2 yards out, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the day. And yeah, that would make your final score. Akron 38, Arkansas State 10. Cato Nelson, the redshirt sophomore, went 15-28, 127 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 picks. He had some flashes of promise. He also had some struggles. But really, Van Edwards Jr., the senior running back, was who carried the day. He had 27 carries, 166 yards, averaged 6.1 yards a carry, and had 2 touchdowns. Nelson chipped in 14 carries for 72 yards on the ground as well. Nate Stewart had 5 catches, 52 yards and a score. Williams had 3 for 33 and a score. And Quadarius Smith had 2 for 9 and a touchdown. And so, overall a pretty good game from the Zips. Here's Josh Ward led the team with 5 tackles, and all 5 of those tackles were for loss. The redshirt junior left end had himself a big game. Bell and Boxon both had 2 tackles for loss as well, and Lako and Davis each had 1. Ward had 2 sacks, and Bell and Boxon each had 1. So a total of 4 sacks for this Akron defense, which really was the strength of the team today, was defensively. They shut down Arkansas State, held them to 3. You see there was 1 interception for Jacobs, a few deflections, and Tom O'Leary made his only field goal try. That one was a 44-yarder in the 3rd quarter. But that'll do it for me. Akron wins the opener over Arkansas State 38-10, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great day, everybody.